Driving from my friend Lorna's to my house. I don't know the route.
So the other reason why I have...
It was early morning on June 9, 2024, in Clearwater, Florida. A silver sedan was spotted going 62 in a 40 zone. As the car came to a stop, the woman behind the wheel suddenly made a U-turn in the parking lot, an unusual behavior that immediately caught the officer's attention.
Hi.
Hello.
What was the reason for circling around like that?
I'm not from St. Pete. I am from Tampa.
Where are you at right now?
I am in St. Pete.
Are you?
But I'm trying to get back to Tampa.
Okay.
So
Are you sure you're in St. Pete? You want to try that again?
I'm absolutely in St. Pete.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you're in Clearwater right now. 5 to 10.
I was at a bar. I was at my friend's house.
95
When asked for her location, she said she was in St. Petersburg, when in fact it was Clearwater, nearly 30 kilometers away, a sign that she was disoriented.
I can give you her address.
Okay. You have a license on you, ma'am?
I do.
Yeah, where did you say you were coming from?
I'm coming from my friend Lorna's.
Okay, where does she live at?
She lives in St. Pete.
Okay. How did you get here in Clearwater?
I drove.
Yeah, that's true. But St. Pete is nowhere near here.
No.
So how did you get here?
So I drove
Uh-huh.
to my friend Lorna's.
Who lives in St. Pete?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So how'd you get north of St. Pete into Clearwater?
So I'm driving home
Okay.
from my friend Lorna's.
Okay.
And these are, I don't know, the directions that my map gave me.
Because you're going back to Tampa, right?
Yes.
All right. So the route you took back to Tampa is the route you should have taken is the exact opposite of what you're doing, right? You should have taken
literally
275 or Skyway or something.
I don't know. I literally am I'm driving from my friend Lorna's to my house. I don't know the route.
All right. So the other reason why I have you stopped is because you were speeding. All right. I got you at 62.
She said she had just left a friend's house in St. Pete to return to Tampa, but instead headed up to Clearwater, a conflicting account that added to police suspicions.
Okay,
Yep.
absolutely.
Does this vehicle belong to you? Okay. Registered and everything? Is the car registered to you?
It is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And the insurance is up to date as well?
Absolutely.
Anything drinks in it?
No.
No? Okay. It's also a little odd how you did a whole U-turn when I stopped you. There was really absolutely no reason for that. I thought you were just going to stop as soon as you pulled into this parking lot, but then you decided to turn all the way around. And now look at my car right now, look at your car. It's kind of a problem, right? That's not how traffic stops are supposed to go.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I definitely have it. I'm so sorry.
You're just having a hard time finding it?
What's that?
Are you having a hard time finding it?
No, I absolutely have it. I'm so sorry.
Where do you usually keep your license?
I have my license in my wallet.
Okay. So you normally keep in your wallet?
I normally keep my ID in my
You
wallet.
on a posted 40 on Court Street.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm not a speeder. Okay.
What's that you are?
Okay, so what do you need from me?
License.
When asked for her license and insurance, Amanda fumbled in her bag for a long time, a slow and clumsy reaction, a common sign of someone who had been drinking.
Amanda, what's your last name, Amanda?
Aris Mendes. Aris.
All right, give me 1 second, okay? All right, Amanda, can we have a conversation back here real quick? You're not in any trouble or anything
Absolutely.
like that. Yeah, you can turn your car off for me if you don't mind. You mind coming out for me? You mind just let's step over here?
Yes.
You have shoes you want to put on?
Okay.
Go put your shoes on if you want.
I mean, do I need them?
I'm just and that's up to you. I'm just trying to help you out. I don't know. I would rather you not walk barefoot on cement, but if you want to, that's up to you.
I mean, absolutely.
All right, Amanda, can we have a conversation about something real quick? All right. When I stopped you, instead of just stopping straight like a normal regular traffic stop, you decided to circle all the way around, right? And you can see where my car is, where your car is. That's a problem, right? That's not how it's supposed to go. All right. So anytime you're being stopped by an officer, and you're pulling into a parking lot like you did, which is good. Just stay straight. There's no reason to turn around.
Okay.
Okay. Another thing is, let me ask you a couple things. Okay. Are you experiencing any sort of medical issue right now?
No.
No. Do you feel okay?
I mean, what are we talking about?
Do you feel sick or injured or anything like that? Are you sick or injured right now?
I mean, what are we talking about?
Just in general. Do you feel...
The police officer asked her to get out of the car to talk privately. Her steps were slow and unsteady. The smell of alcohol in the air became more pronounced. The officer asked about her health and medications, and she denied all of them. But her breath smelled of alcohol, her eyes were red, and her voice was slurred. When asked if she had been drinking, she said no, which only made the officer more wary.
No.
Okay. How are your eyes? Are you able to see okay? Any visual impairments of any kind?
No.
No? Okay. So I'm also getting somewhat of an odor of alcohol coming from inside the car, okay? I'm getting it off of your breath as well. You said you're coming home from your friend's house in St. Pete. You live in Tampa. But somehow you got from St. Pete all the way to Clearwater, which is the exact opposite direction from where you should go, right? So there's a couple of signs that are making me a little concerned about your driving, all right? So
Okay.
I'm very strong odor of alcohol off your breath, your eyes are bloodshot, watery, your
Okay.
speech is a little slurred, and you're kind of stumbling out of the car, okay?
Okay.
So my job is just to make sure that you're safe to drive,
Okay.
all right? So how I'd like to do that is I want to go and check your eyes. Would you be okay with that?
Can I call a lawyer right now?
I mean, you're not under arrest or anything like that, so I'm just asking if I could check your eyes.
Do I need a lawyer?
I can't advise you what you need or don't need.
Do I need to call a lawyer?
That's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to call a lawyer.
Okay, but well, right now I'm asking you if it's okay if I could check your eyes.
I'm
going to
call a lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. So right now you can be placed under arrest for DUI.
Okay. Because I want to call a lawyer?
Okay.
The police asked for an eye exam, the first step in a breath test. Amanda refused and asked to see a lawyer. When she didn't cooperate, a warrant was issued for her arrest on suspicion of DUI.
I gave you ample opportunities to work with me. Okay, I gave you my.
No. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. You literally expressed my desire to have a lawyer, and you're.
Yes, and you could do that.
Okay.
However, I've notated my observations of you, of my concerns, and the odor of alcohol coming off your breath, and you speeding, and you stopping the way you did, and you slurring your speech, and you stumbling out of the car, right? That gives me reason to believe that might be something wrong.
Okay.
So the reason why I was asking to look at you, to evaluate you is to make sure that you were safe to drive, okay? I was going to ask you to look at your eyes real quick, maybe have you do a couple of exercises, and if everything was good, then you'd be free to go. All right, so that's why I was asking you that.
And
so,
here we are.
Correct. So if you don't want to participate in that, that's fine.
I do, but what is this?
Okay, well, I gave you several opportunities for me to evaluate you to make sure that you're safe to drive, and you said.
In what capacity? You never.
I asked you if I could check your eyes.
You didn't ask that.
I
So now he's
asked
going off
several
of
times.
his observations of you.
That's how that works,
That's how that works.
right?
Okay.
But if you if from now until the time I take you to our station, if you change your mind, we could do that.
I didn't. I mean, I did not understand the amount of time between when you were I'm sorry. I did not evaluate the time between being under arrest and just. I'm sorry. I'm very confused about the process. If you could please explain it to me.
Okay, well,
before
I tried explaining it to you, and
you didn't.
You didn't want to cooperate. I did though.
I'm sorry. How did I not cooperate?
Well, because I asked you if I could evaluate you, check your eyes.
And I submitted
and you said you wanted.
that.
No, you did not. You said.
Did I not?
You did not. You said, "Can I have my lawyer?" I said, "I can't advise you what you can
I'm
and can't
sorry,
do."
because I asked for a lawyer.
Right, but you're not under arrest, so I didn't read you your rights. You're not under arrest. At least at the time you weren't, right?
So now I'm not under arrest.
As of right now, you are under arrest. Yes.
So as of right now, I'm under arrest.
You are under arrest.
And I would like a lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. So
Yes.
let's go and walk to my car.
Yes.
We'll go this way.
Okay.
The police patiently explained the breath test procedure, but she was still confused, unable to differentiate between test and arrest. Her words began to spiral out of control.
I go Delta, Mike, Whiskey, 180, it's going to be a silver.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if you don't mind just unlocking it for me. So I'm going to take you to our station, okay? If you change your mind, and then...
I want to speak to a lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. And you absolutely have that right.
I know I do.
And now I have to exercise my right to make sure that
Yes.
people
I want
are being
to speak
safe
to
on the
a
road.
lawyer. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so the next order of business...
All right.
Oh, no.
You're great.
No, that's after. Yeah. So as of right now, you're being placed under arrest for driving under the influence. Okay.
Okay.
So just to make sure we're on the same page, my observations of you was, the reason why I have you stopped was for the speeding, right? The 62 and a 40. All right, you'll be receiving a citation for that.
I'm sorry, you observed me going 62 and a 40.
Yes, that was the reason for the stop.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
When I had you stopped, you pulled into this parking lot, which is fine.
Right.
But for some reason, you decided to do a U-turn, which is unusual, but okay.
I mean,
now once I got up to
first of all, why is that unusual?
Because that's not something that people do, right? When you stop somewhere, you usually stop straightforward. You don't turn around.
Stop and
Yes, like you pull in, then I pull in behind you. That's how it's usually supposed to go. But that's fine.
let's just do
Right,
let's play your game.
And when I got up to the car, I detected a very strong odor of alcohol coming from inside the car. Okay, you're the only person driving it. All right, this is your vehicle. It's registered to you. You're responsible for it. You're in active physical control
I
of the car.
understand that whole part.
Okay,
Yes.
so got the odor of alcohol, and while you're speaking, I'm detecting some slurred speech. I can hear it. Your words are kind of drawn out a little bit. All right.
You think
you had
so?
a very difficult time trying to locate your license. You look fumbling through your bag. You just had some difficulty with that.
Okay, well, that's part of...
When asked to blow the breathalyzer, Amanda refused, despite being told by police that refusing would result in her license being suspended for at least a year. She formally refused to cooperate.
Behind your car, you were kind of swaying from side to side. All of these observations are consistent with alcohol impairment, okay? Especially the odor of it, right? So when I asked you if you had anything to drink, you said no. However, I disagree, okay? So at this point in time, I'm just going to ask if you'd be willing to provide a sample of your breath for the purposes of determining its alcohol content.
What if I do not?
Well, it's a simple yes or no.
What happens if I do not?
And then I will read you something, I'll explain a couple of things to you, then we'll go from there.
I would like an explanation of exactly what happens if I do not provide that.
Well, I'll get into that, but I need first need a yes or a no.
I would like an explanation of
That's not,
exactly...
ma'am, Amanda, that's not how this works, okay?
Well,
so I'm requesting a lawful sample of your breath for the purposes of determining its alcohol content. Will you take the test? You will not take the test?
No.
Okay. I asked you if you would take the test. You said no. If you refuse to take the test I requested of you, your driving privilege will be suspended for a period of 1 year for a first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege has been previously suspended for refusing to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to take the test I requested of you, and if your driving privilege has been previously suspended for a refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood, you will be committing a misdemeanor, in addition to any other penalties which can be imposed by law. Refusal to the test I requested is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Do you still refuse to submit to this test?
Repeat that, please.
Okay. If you refuse to take the test I requested of you, I requested is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Do you understand everything that I just read to you?
No, repeat it, please.
Okay, ma'am, we're not going to keep playing this game.
I can't. Please repeat it.
What questions do you have?
I don't understand what you just read to me. Please repeat it.
I'm not going to keep repeating this to you.
Well, if you're not going to repeat my rights to me as I have requested...
That's twice, ma'am.
Twice, okay? If you refuse, it's going to be suspended for a year. If you've already refused in the past...
I haven't refused. I'm requesting another... I'm requesting that you repeat that.
So you already did refuse. So you said no. And then the second time you read it, you haven't...
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
While handcuffed, Amanda screamed and refused to move, forcing police to assist in escorting her. She was brought back to the station safely.
I've read it to you twice. I didn't try to break it down for you. And
I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Anytime, ma'am.
I don't understand.
All right, Amanda. So, do you have any questions about what's going on?
I have a lot of questions about what's going on.
Okay, go ahead.
What's going on?
All right. Well, I explained it to you, right? I noted my observations of you. I asked you to provide some samples of your breath. I asked you for me to...
I'm under arrest.
Yes, you are under arrest as of right now, okay?
Okay.
So I gave you ample...
Great. So I'm under arrest. Let me out.
No, that's how this works. No? Okay. So, for some reason, your license, I didn't look further into it yet. You can only be driving for business purposes only. BPO, right? So, like, to and from work, that's usually the main thing. Or if you're a college student, to and from school, stuff like that. You can't just be out driving for leisure. Make sense? So you're in violation of your restriction.
You piece of shit. Piece of shit.
Okay.
I'm tied up. You piece of shit. I'm tied up.
It's called being under arrest.
I'm tied up. I'm tied up. I'm tied up. I am tied up. I'm tied up. You piece of shit. I'm tied up.
Called being under arrest. You gonna get up? Let's go. Just have another officer coming, so either get up on your own or we're gonna force you up. So, all right, that's fine. We'll hang out here.
I have authority. That's so sorry.
Okay.
Don't touch me with your foot. It's cool. You can assert your.
So now here's what's gonna do. Now we're gonna yank you up.
Touch me with
so
your foot.
we're going to assist you up now, since you want to play the 6-year-old game. Okay?
That's right.
Sorry, ready? Oh, I gotta transport myself.
333 Ridge Road is in Lauderdale.
Nah, they won't take her now. So let's go, Amanda. Stop playing games.
What am I playing?
Is she holding on to you?
No, she's dead weight.
Yes. Hold on.
Not because her mother is now.
We're gonna arrest.
They want us to take it.
Well, she just
I
doesn't
don't
want to
understand.
cooperate.
I'm
So
literally.
I have to get her in my car since BT. Get up. Get in the car.
Amanda Jeanette Aris Mendes was charged with driving under the influence, refusing a breathalyzer test, and obstructing an officer. She didn't cause an accident, but her poor choices put others at risk. On the road, one bad decision can cost you your future.